Hi, my name's Carly and I'm a yoga teacher at Manipura Yoga. I live with Raynaud, and so I wanted to bring some yoga sessions to the SR UK community, focused particularly on mobilizing and warming the hands and the feet, and just a few tips as well for you to take into your practice. This is just a taster. If you're interested in further classes, get in touch and keep an eye out on social media and through the newsletter. So you'll see that I'm wearing gloves and wrist warmers, socks and leg warmers. So really good to take those into class with you. You never know what the temperature is going to be like in the room. Often it might be a studio or a hall, not particularly warm. So it's always good to take gloves, socks in. Just make sure they're the gloves and the socks that have the grippy bottoms, soles and the palms. And then it's lovely to have a bit of warmth around the wrists and the ankles. I've got some nice woolen wrist warmers and leg warmers on. It's great because you can always take them off if you do warm up. Another tip is to have a blanket with you. Not all yoga studios will have or provide blankets, so it's great to take your own. You can just ensure that you can stay nice and cozy and you're not being distracted by any fear or anxiety around being cold or getting a Raynaud's attack. So it's really important to be able to find that calmness while you're practicing yoga, and to have the worry or the fear that you might get a Raynaud's attack is not going to help you with your practice. So a blanket, as you can see, I'm sitting onto the blanket, and then you leave a little gap. Can't see that. So if I fold it over, and you can see there's a little opening that I can then put my hands into and keep them warm during the quieter or stiller moments of the yoga class, such as the breathing at the beginning or the shavasana or relaxation at the end. Okay, so I want you to go and grab a few things to keep warm, and then meet me back here and we'll make a start. Okay, so we have our blanket, we're wrapped into our blankets, keeping our feet warm, keeping our bottom warm on the ground, and I'm going to take our hands into the blanket as well, but I just want to show you the hand position that I want you to take. So in yoga as well, we use we can use lots of mudra or hand gestures to support our practice. And I'm going to show you the Agni or fire gesture today. So we bring the palm of the left hand just onto the belly, palms facing up towards the face, and we bring the right hand into a fist with just the thumb extended. We bring that right hand onto the palm of the left hand, so it looks a little bit like a candle. So the left hand is the candle holder, and then the right hand becomes the candle. And so I want you to do that, but then recover your hands with the blanket, so you can keep them nice and warm. And so with the hands resting on the belly, we can close down the eyes and we can just begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. And with the inhalation, we just want to make that a little bit longer by deepening it. So bringing the breath all the way down into the belly, filling the belly, filling the ribs. And then as we exhale, we'll extend that exhalation by making it slower. So really slowing down the breath. And with the hands where they're placed, we can feel the belly rise and fall. Let's just take 10 deep breaths there. Finding those deep breaths in and out through the nostrils, all the way through. Don't allow the breath to become shallow. And just focus on that feeling of the belly extending into the hands and then resting back on the exhale. And we'll just take one more breath. And exhaling, we'll open the eyes. Hopefully feeling a little bit more grounded, a little bit more tuned into the breath. And we'll bring the hands out from under the blanket. And so we'll bring the hands into what is called Anjali mudra, so prayer position now. That's hands at heart center. And then we're going to start to move the hands. So we're going to open the hands as if the hands were a book, and then keep turning, bringing the backs of the hands together. And then swivel the hands so the fingers point downwards, and then open up the hands so the book is now away from you, and then close them back down. So we can speed that up a little bit. Just continue to keep the breath flowing throughout the movement. Keeping the hands connected all the way through. Keeping that breath nice and steady. And we'll move in the opposite direction now. So opening the book up to away from you, and then bringing the backs of the hands together, spinning around and closing the book. Keep that breath flowing as you move. One more time, then we'll bring hands back to Anjali mudra. Take a breath in. Breathe in, reach up. The hands drawing together, and then exhale, release. As we bring the hands and arms down, we're going to circle the wrists all the way down, reaching through the fingers all the way down to the ground. And then breathing in, rising up once more. And then as we exhale and lower, we're going to take the circles in the opposite direction. All the way down. And breathing in halfway up now. Just drawing the shoulder blades together and letting the shoulders just lower, bringing the shoulder blade, the bottom tips of the shoulder blades towards the waist. We'll take a breath in, and then exhaling, we'll just take the fingers down to the ground, pushing through the arms to the tops of the hands. Let all the air out, and then breathe in, take the fingers upwards, pushing out through the base of the palm, letting all the air out, and then bringing the palms to face down again. We'll take a breath in and just gradually take each finger and then the thumbs in towards the hand, so you're making a fist. And exhale, take the knuckles down to the ground. Let all the air out, and then breathe in, take the knuckles up, pushing out through palm of the hand at the base, and then back to center. Unraveling the hands back to extend each finger. Breathing in one last time. Arms must be feeling the warmth now. And exhale, float those hands down, and then just have a little roll of the shoulders in one direction and then the other. Just loosen up. So lovely warm feeling in the upper body now. And we'll remove the blanket. You can, if you want to, place the blanket onto the mat. I'm not going to be doing any standing poses right now. That'll come a little bit later in our sessions. Just for this taster, we're going to focus just onto the hands and the feet. So we're going to come down to the mat. We always try and make the most of each movement. So we'll keep the feet hip width apart, pushing the feet into the ground. We're going to breathe in and lengthen up through the body, through the crown of the head, reaching forward through the fingers. Take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we'll activate those deep abdominal muscles and allow ourselves to slowly roll through the spine all the way down to the ground. Nice deep breath here, and exhale, we'll lift and raise the right leg, pushing through the base of the heel, opening the back of the leg. You can support the leg if you want to with your hands. And then on an exhale, we're going to take the toes up towards the sky, pointing the toes. And right at the end of the breath, we'll just scrunch the toes, a little bit more of an opening at the top of the foot. And breathing in, pushing through the heel, bringing the toes down towards you. Exhale, pointing, and right at the end, giving them a little scrunch. And then coming back to neutral, in a circle the ankle in one direction as we breathe in. And exhale in the opposite direction. And we'll come to stillness, bend the knee and bring that left foot onto the right foot onto the left leg. And we're going to keep that foot active. So we want to really activate the foot, keeping the muscles working. So pushing out with the heel as if you're pushing that foot against something, against a wall. Nice deep breaths in and out. So this is pigeon, reclined pigeon. I'm going to take a few breaths here. Just focusing on keeping that foot active whilst allowing the right knee to try and draw towards the ground, opening up the hips. It's a nice hip opener. Keeping the muscles in that foot activated. Breathe in, nice and steady. Keep the muscles of the diaphragm moving, keeping that warmth in the belly. And then exhale, we'll release that leg. That foot comes down, and we'll breathe in, lengthening and lifting the left leg. Again, you can support yourself at the thigh if you want to. Breathing in, pushing up with the heel and drawing the toes down towards you. Exhaling, pointing the toe. And we'll do that nice little scrunch at the end. Just at the end of the exhale. And we're breathing in to push through. Draw the toes back down towards you. And then exhale, pointing the toes. That little scrunch at the end. And we'll come back to neutral. That was some nice ankle circles in one direction with the inhale and the other direction on the exhale. And all of this preparation work is to keep the hands and the feet nice and warm, the muscles active, ready for the practice ahead. So some standing poses, arm balancing, that kind of thing. We just want to keep the body, get the body prepared. And then exhale, bending the knee, bringing the left foot, it is the left foot this time, to the right thigh. The foot is active, so keep those muscles turned on, and then allowing this left knee to draw down to the ground, opening the hip. Hands can come to the belly, feel the breath moving in and out, feel that warmth into the hands. At the same time, with each exhale, we can start to settle the body onto the ground, feeling the connection between the spine and the ground below. And one more breath. We'll exhale, unravel that leg. We'll bring the hands to the back of the thighs. We'll just start to rock through the spine really gently, massaging the whole of the spine, the tailbone, the crown of the head, and just bring ourselves up gently to a seat. Turn around, we'll come to all fours. So you can stay onto the blanket if you want, it's nice and warm. And we're not using the mat just yet, so we don't need the grip of it. We're going to come to all fours, bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to move the hands one at a time. So the right hand first, we're going to breathe in and start to peel from base of the palm all the way, taking the fingers off the ground, and turn the hand over. Open out the palm, and we're just going to rock backwards and forwards first of all, really gently, and then begin to circle, just massaging the wrist. The opposite direction. And come into stillness. We're going to again slowly peel the hand away and return the palm to the ground. And we'll exhale. Do the same with the left, so just peeling the hand away, turning over, opening the palm. And just keep the breath flowing, a little rock backwards and forwards. And then begin just circling the body around. Into the wrist, into the thumb, index finger, third finger, fourth, fifth. And the opposite way now. And then come into stillness. We begin to peel that hand away. We're going to return the palm to the ground. The toes now, we're going to tuck the toes under. Might want to give them a hand. Walk the fingers back. Bring the hands onto the thighs. I'll just come forward so you can see my feet. So sitting onto the feet, the toes flexed. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, bringing the hands to the back of the body, reaching through the fingers, and we'll interlace the fingers, palms together, drawing the shoulder blades together and down. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Feeling that fire in the toes yet? And exhale, releasing the hands, bring the palms back down. Untuck the toes, just give the tops of the feet a little tap. And just enjoying the warmth in the toes. Just ease the knees back, so back under the hips again. We'll take the right foot back. So just come to the tuck the toes under and slide the leg back. And just move forward slightly. And we're just going to keep on the toes, just moving backwards and forwards, just flexing through the foot. Keeping the gaze down, back of the neck long. And then bringing the knee back to the ground. We'll go the other side. Tucking the left toes, pushing the leg back, and just the toes connected, just rock backwards and forwards. Just opening the foot, the back of the leg. And then exhale, bringing the knee back. We're going to roll the blanket now. Bring that out of the way. So we're going to spread the fingers, plant the palms down, tuck the toes. Nice deep breath and exhale, taking the bottom back, push the ground away with the hands, push it into the feet and lift into your down dog. Turn the inner elbows towards the thumbs, little bend in the elbows. It feels like you're grabbing a beach ball between the arms. Push the ground away, draw the heels down, lift the bottom, hollow the belly. It doesn't matter if you bend your knees, we're trying to get the length in the torso. And then we're going to pedal the feet, so keep the breath moving, and we're going to lift the right heel coming all the way to the tip of the toe. And as we push that foot back, we're going to lift the left to the tip of the toe. So nice and slowly, using the whole surface of the foot. And keep pushing the ground away at the same time. And then come into stillness. Nice deep breath, and then we'll exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes, and sit the bottom back, bringing the forehead to the ground. Sliding the palms of the hands towards the body as we roll up. Just going to walk forward slightly, bringing the hands to heart center and bowing to the hands to seal our practice. Thank you for joining me for this short taster. I hope to see you again.